Hi guys, it's Krista from Playing with a Purpose, and today I'm going to share with you our November classroom. If you're new here, my name is Krista and I'm a childcare provider for up to 5 children, and on my channel you'll find tips and tricks, all things related to childcare, shopping hauls, and the odd family vlog. This month we're going to learn all about transportation, so without further ado, let's get started. In our sensory table, I just put out some construction vehicles, and we still have some lentils in here. And then I also have these DIY letter rocks that I made. You can easily make your own letter rocks by using these Sharpie paint pens. They look like this, and I bought mine at Michael's, but you could probably find them at most craft stores. For some gross motor, I kept out our bridge, and over in our writing center, I put out these Melissa and Doug transportation stampers, and then I put out some washable paint pads and some paper. Down here I have some laminated letter roads. To make these, I just cut out the letters using Bristol board, and I bought some bright colored yellow tape, and then I just made some road letters, and then the children can drive their little cars on the letters. Over in our science center, I just have a little sink or float activity, and the children can just put items in the water and they can predict whether or not it will sink or float. So I put some driftwood, a popsicle stick, some corks, a rock, a train, and the children are free to bring some other items from the classroom as well. Over on our first toy shelf, we have a lot of different puzzles. We have this super cute green toy, and then I have the book City Blocks. And down here we have a couple of Crocodile Creek puzzles, one with 12 pieces and the other with 36 pieces. Down here I have the Melissa and Doug transportation maze puzzle, and I love this puzzle because it not only practices hand-eye coordination and fine motor, but it also gives the children a chance to practice their critical thinking by figuring out where the vehicles belong. So the children will look at each vehicle and try to recognize which building the vehicles belong with. Down here I have 4 different transportation puzzles, and I love that these ones are just 4 and 5 pieces, so they're very easy for the children to build. These puzzles are great for scaffolding the children from peg puzzles and then working their way up to 12 and then 36 pieces. Moving over to our second toy shelf, we have another green toy plane. And then here I have this fantastic building toy set. And this is made by a father and son duo. It's called Luke's Toy Factory, and it was started out of their garage. Each one of the vehicles has an instruction card. It also has some environmental print on top. So the children would first find the pieces that they need and then build their truck. The great thing about these pieces is that it gives a little bit of extra room for younger children to learn to develop those hand-eye coordination skills. And so it's not super rigid. It has a little bit of extra space so that it fits easy and it doesn't frustrate young children. In this basket, I have some planes and helicopters and a little book about planes. And then I added some little cotton balls so the children can pretend that they're flying their planes in the sky. Up in this basket, I have a train track and some Thomas trains. I love the Thomas trains. I think they're great quality, and I love that they have environmental print on the bottom. Here I have a couple of the Melissa and Doug wooden stacking toys. Again, this is another building toy. The instructions are on the bottom. So this one builds a cement mixer, and it shows you the pieces you need, and the children can build different vehicles. And on the bottom, this is always super popular, a great big Tonka truck. On the top shelf, I have That's Not My Plane, and I have the Melissa and Doug parking garage. This toy is great for counting and color matching. So the children can match the color to the color on the side, and then they can also practice counting 1 to 10. We have all new books over on our bookshelf. And then heading over here, I have a nice big chart with different transportation vehicles on it. And then over in our block center, I added some new transportation pictures. So we have some trains and airplanes. And then in this little basket, I have some wooden airplanes, a dump truck, and then up on the shelf, I have the Melissa and Doug nesting boxes. The children can practice setting them up from smallest to largest. They can stack them up high. They can practice color matching, putting the right vehicle in the right color. They can practice number recognition by matching the car to the correct building. So it can be used in lots of different ways. And in this basket, I have the Way to Play roads. Now I haven't used these yet. I have heard nothing but good things about them. The great thing about these is you can even use these outside, and they're made out of like a rubber material. So you can even use them in the snow if you'd like to. In this toy basket, I have some transportation Lego. Lego is always a classic. And up on the top of the shelf, I added Build-A-Block and Mighty Mighty Construction Site. Over on the magnet board, I used some electrical tape to build a train track, and I used some magnet tiles to build a train. To challenge some of my older children, I added some numbers. So I just put some sticker numbers on top of the magnet tiles, and I used the dry erase marker to add the numbers underneath, so the children can practice matching the numbers. And then these, I just happened to have some wooden round tags, and then I just glued some magnet pieces on the bottom, so we could use those for the wheels. So the objective here is practicing 1 to 10. And then over in our dramatic play area, we're gonna have a pizza shop this month. So we have a little table set up with a menu, and I just set it up with some dollar store paper plates and a little checkered tablecloth. So this month we rearranged the kitchen so that we could make it look like a restaurant. The principles I used for the pizza shop are from Play to Learn Preschool, and it's all set up just like a restaurant. So over in the kitchen area, the children will be able to make pizzas and serve them over at our dining table. And what I love about the printables from Play to Learn is that the printables go with the Melissa and Doug pizza set. So you can organize all your ingredients using the printables from Play to Learn if you have the Melissa and Doug pizza set. That's what it looks like back here. I have some pizza toppings over here. And then I kept the slide out for some extra gross motor. And we have, over in the dress up, I added some aprons and some chef hats. And of course, we kept some babies out as well. I hope you enjoyed this month's tour. If you have any questions, you can find me over on my Instagram called Playing with a Purpose. See you next time.